For me, heritage is like a sense of belonging. So if I go back when I was just a kid and I used to be in that house of my grandparents, there was this courtyard. The courtyard was the place where everyone kind of congregated, everyone came about. So you were living in different quarters, but the center of the house, which is now we call the Brahmstan, is open to environment, and that kind of became a congregation space. So that is kind of a lineage, a heritage that I felt that this is heritage, which I can call today a sense of belonging. How do you make something which is new yet feels belonging to a place? So at Alila, it's like the meandering paths that you go from a city, you go through the mountains, you have these crossroads, then you go through the forest, and then suddenly you're in the clouds. So this is a project which is the manifestation of that belief. So we created this 6-meter wall, which is pretty much the manifestation of the forest, how the forest has these layers. We feel everything is brown in nature, but it's actually black. So it's shades of black. So we picked up this slate, which is a local material, which anyone can feel this belongs to us. So there's a sense of belonging to this project. So at Hyatt Place Fagu, the idea was not to really, have a bigger audience. We wanted to embrace how you are embraced in a Kullu shawl. So the room kind of embraces you. The tapestry, which has been there for years and years, decades, becomes the provocative word that I say. And then the way we have designed the room, it shows you what the city already has to offer or the hill station has to offer without even stepping a foot out of the hotel. When we talk about materials, then materials have to age gracefully just the way we age. So it has to be very human centric. So the more we get into the tactile formation of what the future holds in and how the craft has generated over time, we can make it very tactile in the building and the facade. So we have got this kind of a beautiful V pattern which says why this belongs to a place like Lansdowne, and the whole facade is kind of a narrative of it. When we pick up, slate, which has been there for millions of years, when you go from the city life, you go towards the mountains and you climb up, you're going through these meandering roads, through the rivers, and then you end up in the clouds. What you see is slate, which has been, there testing the testament of time. So a material like this, which will age gracefully, showcases the forest as well. And then we picked up something like basalt, which has been, a stronger, stringent material. We wanted to place this on the flooring. So this is where the outdoor patios, decks and balconies are taken care of. All of this together, creates a very cohesive material which belongs to that place. So for me, heritage is belonging. Today we are building so many homes, but people often feel a void. They are missing that sense of belonging. So as architects, designers, we should be creating heritage which is just not like placing everything in a museum, but looking forward to having that heritage in a present as well and in the future. If I can only create certain buildings which can provide that sense of belonging, I think half of my work is done.